What if I told you one of the greatest Resident Evil games was buried? Not because it failed, but because it came too early. Before online co-op became normal, before zombie games flooded the market, before survival horror returned, there was Resident Evil Outbreak. A game so ahead of its time, most players never got to experience it the way it was meant to be played. And now, Capcom has one chance to bring it back. Because while gaming chases battle passes, live services before online gaming became normal. One game was already there, waiting for the world to catch up. Released on the PlayStation 2, slow internet, no voice chat, no modern matchmaking. Yet somehow, it created panic, trust, and survival better than most games today. But loved deeply by the people who gave it a chance and never forgot it. This wasn't about roundhouse kicks. This wasn't about action movie explosions. This was fear. Real fear. Low health. Limited ammo. No one coming to save you. Just you and whatever was behind that door. And unlike other games, you needed people. You needed teamwork. Someone to heal. Someone to unlock doors. Someone to watch your back. And sometimes, someone to sacrifice themselves if things went wrong. Because in Outbreak, not everyone makes it out.
We'll be together forever.
You weren't a hero. You were a bartender, a waitress, a student, a mechanic. Just you and the outbreak. And the moment you realize you're not in control, that's when the fear begins. Because survival wasn't guaranteed. And if they didn't, everything fell apart.
This is your fault.
That created something modern horror still struggles with: trust. Because you didn't know who you were playing with. You didn't know if they'd help you or leave you behind. This wasn't action horror. This was Survivor. Low ammo, low health, no safety, no checkpoints to save you, no one coming to help. Every hallway felt like a risk. Long, narrow, suffocating. Lights flickering above you. Shadows stretching where they shouldn't. Every door could be your last.
Stars.
You didn't run into rooms. You hesitated. Hand hovering over the handle. Heart pounding. You listened. For breathing. For footsteps. For anything. You waited. Because something could be on the other side. Something waiting. Something patient. And sometimes it was. And when it was, you didn't feel powerful. You didn't feel brave. You felt small, cornered, outmatched. Every bullet mattered.
Stars.
Every decision mattered. Fight or run. Hide or risk it all. Because one mistake, one wrong step, one door opened too fast. And then came the mechanic that changed everything. The infection meter. It never stopped. It never paused. It didn't care where you were or what you were doing. Even when you were safe, you weren't safe. Because the danger was already inside you. The virus was in your blood, in your lungs, in your heartbeat, slowly taking over, second by second, tick by tick. And the worst part, you couldn't stop it. No cure, no escape, no reset button. You could only delay it, push it back, just a little longer. But it was always there, creeping closer. That constant pressure never left you. It sat in the back of your mind, every step you took, every door you opened, every fight you chose. Because every second mattered, every bullet wasted, every wrong turn, every moment you hesitated, it cost you time. And time was the one thing you didn't have. Because no matter how careful you were, no matter how skilled you played, no matter how hard you tried to survive, time was never on your side. Modern creators would eat this game alive. Random chaos, unpredictable, uncontrolled, perfect for content. No two runs ever the same. No second chances, just moments. You couldn't script if you tried. Funny betrayals, that one teammate closing the door a second too early, leaving you outside while they run. Grabbing the last med spray, not saying a word. Moments that make you laugh until you realize you're the one left behind. Panic teamwork, everyone talking at once. No plan, just survival.
Go, go, go! Wait, where are you? Don't open that!
Too late. Everything falls apart. Last second escapes. Door slamming shut behind you. Zombie hands reaching through. Fingers grabbing your jacket, almost pulling you back. A sprint with no stamina left. Screen shaking. Heartbeat pounding. One hit away from death. And somehow, you make it. Barely. Those are the moments clipped instantly, posted everywhere, shared millions of times. Because you can't fake that. You can't script that fear. That's why this game wasn't just ahead of its time. It was built for right now.
Modern creators would eat this game alive. Random chaos. Unpredictable. Uncontrolled. Perfect for content. No two runs ever the same. No second chances. Just moments. You couldn't script if you tried. Funny betrayals. That one teammate closing the door a second too early, leaving you outside, or they run. Grabbing the last med spray, not saying a word. Moments that make you laugh until you realize you're the one left behind. Panic teamwork. Everyone talking at once. No plan, just survival. Go, go, go! Wait, where are you? Don't open that! Too late. Everything falls apart. Last second escapes. Door slamming shut behind you. Zombie hands reaching through. Fingers grabbing your jacket, almost pulling you back. A sprint with no stamina left. Screen shaking. Heartbeat pounding. One hit away from death. And somehow, you make it. Barely. Those are the moments clipped instantly, posted everywhere, shared millions of times, because you can't fake that. You can't script that fear. That's why this game wasn't just ahead of its time. It was built for right now.
Modern creators would eat this game alive. Random chaos. Unpredictable. Uncontrolled. Perfect for content. No two runs ever the same. No second chances. Just moments you couldn't script if you tried. Funny betrayals. That one teammate closing the door a second too early, leaving you outside while they run. Grabbing the last med spray, not saying a word. Moments that make you laugh until you realize you're the one left behind. Panic teamwork. Everyone talking at once. No plan. Just survival. Go, go, go! Wait, where are you? Don't open that! Too late. Everything falls apart. Last second escapes. Door slamming shut behind you. Zombie hands reaching through. Fingers grabbing your jacket. Almost pulling you back. A sprint with no stamina left. Screen shaking. Heartbeat pounding. One hit away from death. And somehow, you make it. Barely. Those are the moments clipped instantly, posted everywhere, shared millions of times. Because you can't fake that. You can't script that fear. That's why this game wasn't just ahead of its time. It was built for right now. So why hasn't it happened? Why hasn't Capcom pulled the trigger on one of the most requested survival horror remakes ever made? Simple. Risk. Because Outbreak isn't safe. It's not a controlled, single-player experience where everything is scripted, predictable, polished down to perfection. Outbreak is chaos. Unpredictable teammates, limited communication, systems colliding in real time. It's a game where things go wrong and stay wrong. That kind of design, it's hard to build and even harder to get right. Because now you're not just remaking a game, you're rebuilding an entire ecosystem. Online servers, matchmaking systems, drop-in co-op, voice chat integration. Every single piece has to work perfectly, or the whole experience collapses. And then there's balance. Multiple characters, different abilities, different paths, different outcomes. One wrong adjustment and the tension disappears. Too easy? It's not horror anymore. Too hard? Players quit. And let's be real. Modern gamers expect everything instantly. Fast matchmaking, smooth gameplay, no bugs. But Outbreak? Outbreak was never about comfort. It was about pressure. And recreating that feeling without frustrating players, that's a razor-thin line. And Capcom knows it. Because if they bring it back, they can't just remake it. They have to evolve it. And evolution costs money. A lot of it. New systems, new infrastructure, live service considerations, post-launch support. This isn't a one-and-done release. This is a long-term commitment. And that's where the real fear comes in. Not from zombies, but from failure. Because Outbreak fans, they're different. They don't just want a remake. They expect it to feel exactly like it did and completely modern at the same time. They want the tension, the panic, the betrayal, the teamwork. All of it. No compromises. And if Capcom misses even one of those pieces, it won't just disappoint fans. It could damage the legacy. So instead, they wait. They watch. They play it safe. Because sometimes, not making the game feels less risky than getting it wrong. It wasn't just about surviving. It was about who you survived with. Those moments when everything was falling apart and the city didn't feel like a place anymore. It felt like a trap. Gunshots echoing through empty streets, screams in the distance, and something always getting closer. You didn't fight because you were strong. You fought because you had no choice. You covered each other. You made split-second decisions, and sometimes you had to leave someone behind. And then there were the quiet moments, the moments where you could finally breathe, sitting in the dark, listening, making sure nothing was coming. You didn't say much. You didn't need to, because everyone there knew exactly what it took to make it that far. The fear, the silence, the memories, and the people who didn't make it out with you. That wasn't just gameplay. That was survival. Imagine Capcom rebuilding this with modern technology. Not just a remake, a complete evolution. Real-time lighting, rain hitting the ground, reflecting neon across broken streets. Every drop reacting to the world. Zombies don't just stand there anymore. They stumble, they chase, they react to sound. They remember where you were. 4 players, real voices, real panic. No scripts, no hand-holding. Just survival. Crossplay between all platforms. Proximity voice chat. So when someone screams, you hear it fade as they disappear into the dark. Your teammate gets bitten, infection slowly rising. They look at you, and you both know they're not making it out. Do you help them? We'll leave them behind. Because one mistake could wipe the entire team. A door slams shut. Zombies pounding from the other side. Sparks flying, wood cracking. And your screen starts to shake. This isn't just a remake. This would be the most intense survival horror experience ever made. Some games, you forget. They come out, you play them, and then they disappear. But others, they stay with you. Not because of graphics, not because of hype, but because of moments. Moments you can still feel, even years later. Late nights, where time didn't matter. Where one more game turned into 5 more hours. You'd hear someone yell, someone panic, someone laugh so hard they couldn't even play. And in those moments, it wasn't just a game anymore. It was an experience. Not winning, not fighting, just making it out. Hurt, exhausted, barely standing, but not alone. Because sometimes surviving means carrying someone else. If Resident Evil Outbreak came back today, would you buy it? Day one? Because this isn't just another remake people ask for online. This is the one that actually makes sense now. Online co-op horror is bigger than ever. Streaming is bigger than ever. Voice chat, crossplay, random matchmaking, panic teamwork. Everything Outbreak tried to do years ago would finally work today. Imagine loading in with 3 strangers. Low ammo, no perfect plan. 1 person infected, 1 person separated. 1 person screaming through voice chat because something is breaking through the door. And you only have seconds to decide. Do you save them? or do you survive? That's what made Outbreak different. It wasn't about being the strongest character. It was about being trapped with ordinary people, in a nightmare that didn't care if you were ready. A modern remake could bring back real survival horror. Not just action, not just nostalgia, but fear, teamwork, sacrifice, and those moments where everyone watching says, wait, did they really just leave him behind? So now I gotta ask, if Capcom announced Resident Evil Outbreak Remake tomorrow, are you buying it day one, or are you passing? Comment below, day one or pass.